1.
There was a spark of courage and curiosity in Valerie Perrine's life that seemed to follow her into every role she played. Valerie Ritchie Perrine was born on September 3, 1943, the daughter of a U.S. Army officer and a former Broadway dancer. Growing up in various places around the world, including Japan, she experienced a childhood on the move, exposed to different cultures and environments that would later echo in her adventurous career. Her path to acting was unexpected. At a dinner party, an agent noticed her and cast her in George Roy Hill's film Slaughterhouse-Five. As Montana Wildhack, she quickly established herself as a rising actress and caught Hollywood's attention. Valerie's greatest critical success came with Bob F. Fosse's 1974 film Lenny, where she played Honey Bruce, the troubled wife of comedian Lenny Bruce. The role brought her the BAFTA Award for Most Promising Newcomer to Leading Film Roles, the Best Actress Award at the 1975 Cannes Film Festival, a Golden Globe nomination, and an Academy Award nomination for Best Actress. It was a performance that marked her as one of the notable talents of her time. Through the 1970s and 1980s, Valerie continued to leave her mark on film. She appeared in The Electric Horseman and brought humor and warmth to audiences as Eve Teschmacher, the loyal and memorable assistant to Lex Luthor in Superman and Superman 2. She also appeared in films like The Last American Hero, The Border alongside Jack Nicholson, and co-starred in Can't Stop the Music. Her career was bold in other ways too. She became the first actress to appear nude on American network television in the 1973 PBS broadcast of Steambath. She was featured in Playboy in May 1972 and appeared on its cover in August 1981, reflecting her status as a daring and talked-about figure in entertainment. Even as her film career became uneven after Can't Stop the Music, Valerie kept working. She appeared in television, including Leo and Liz and Beverly Hills, and had recurring roles on series such as ER, Nash Bridges, and Walker, Texas Ranger. She continued acting for decades, maintaining a presence that fans cherished. Valerie Perrine passed away on March 23, 2026, at the age of 82. She leaves behind a legacy of a Cannes Film Festival winner, a celebrated star of Lenny, and the beloved Superman actress, whose characters continue to live on in the hearts of audiences. Tributes to Valerie Perrine.
2.
Those who listen to his music say he had a gift for turning simple moments into something quietly beautiful. Dash Crofts was best known as one half of the soft rock duo Seals and Crofts, whose songs became part of the soundtrack of many people's lives. Alongside his musical partner, he helped create gentle, melodic hits that carried warmth, hope, and a sense of calm. Among their most loved songs were Summer Breeze and Diamond Girl, tunes that drifted through open windows on warm evenings and stayed in the memories of listeners for decades. His work in Seals and Crofts reflected a style that was easygoing, yet thoughtful, with melodies and lyrics that invited people to slow down and feel. Beyond the charts and radio play, Dash's music often traveled with listeners through key moments in their lives. For many, his songs became tied to memories of family, first love, long drives, and quiet reflections. That connection is a powerful legacy for any artist to leave behind. In remembering Dash Crofts, we remember a musician whose gentle sound helped define an era, and whose recordings still bring comfort and joy to new generations discovering them for the first time. His story now continues in every home, car, and set of headphones where his songs are played, bringing that same soft glow he shared with the world for so many years. Tributes to Dash Crofts.
3.
Those who worked with him remembered a steady, thoughtful presence who cared deeply about getting the story right. Chip Taylor served as executive editor at Deadline, a role that placed him at the heart of some of the entertainment industry's biggest stories. In that position, he helped guide coverage, shape headlines, and support reporters as they brought complex news to readers in a fast-moving world. His work was not just about speed, but about responsibility. As an executive editor, Chip helped oversee how sensitive issues were handled, how breaking news was framed, and how audiences were given context they could trust. Colleagues relied on his judgment and experience, knowing he took that responsibility seriously. In the newsroom, he was known for working closely with others, helping refine stories and supporting the people behind them. His contribution was about more than the individual articles he touched. It was about fostering a standard of care and professionalism that influenced the broader culture of the publication. The impact of his work reached far beyond his desk. Readers who came to Deadline for clarity on complicated industry developments were in many ways feeling the results of Chip's steady hand. He helped make sure that coverage was clear, fair, and focused, even when the news itself was messy. Those who know his work understand that the role he played often stayed in the background. Editors like Chip rarely seek the spotlight, yet their influence is felt every day in the stories that inform and connect us. Today, we remember Chip Taylor for his dedication, his leadership in the newsroom, and the care he brought to his craft. His contributions live on in the standards he helped set, and in the many stories that pass through his careful review.
4.
Tributes to Chip Taylor. There are some lives that quietly reshape a country, and Lionel Jospin's story is one of those rare paths where conviction, modesty, and public duty walked side by side. Lionel Robert Jospin was born on 12th of July 1937 in Meudon, a suburb of Paris. In 1971, he joined the Socialist Party, beginning a long journey in French public life that would see him become one of the key figures of French socialist politics. He won a parliamentary seat in 1977, serving as a parliamentary deputy through much of the 1980s and early 1990s. Known for being untarnished by corruption allegations, he helped restore credibility to the Socialist Party after difficult years and setbacks, especially following the 1993 election loss. In 1995, Lionel Jospin became first secretary of the Socialist Party and also its presidential candidate. He reached the presidential runoff that year, and though he finished second to Jacques Chirac, he soon returned to the national stage in another role. From 1997 to 2002, he served as Prime Minister of France in a cohabitation government with President Chirac, leading a broad left-wing coalition known as the Gauche Plurielle. As Prime Minister, Jospin focused on social reforms that touched everyday life. His government reduced the working week from 39 to 35 hours, created 700,000 youth jobs, and extended free healthcare through universal health coverage. Under his leadership, France introduced civil unions, giving unmarried couples, including same-sex couples, rights comparable to those of married couples. He also championed the parity law, requiring political parties to present equal numbers of male and female candidates, reshaping the landscape of political representation in France. He was the Socialist Party's presidential candidate again in 2002. After being eliminated in the first round, he chose to withdraw from politics, keeping his word and stepping back from the electoral stage. In 2015, Lionel Jospin returned to public service in a different way, as a member of France's Constitutional Council, bringing his experience and sense of public responsibility to one of the country's highest institutions. Lionel Jospin died on March 22, 2026, at age 82. He leaves behind a legacy of social reforms, a shorter work week, civil unions, and a stronger voice for women in politics. Remembered as a principled leader who tried to bring fairness a little closer to everyday life in France.
5.
Tributes to Lionel Jospin. Those who knew him say Ronnie Bowman had a way of making a song feel like a close friend sitting right beside you. Ronnie was a celebrated bluegrass and country singer and songwriter, beloved for both his powerful voice and his thoughtful writing. Over the course of his career, he became known as a key figure in bluegrass music, helping shape the sound of the genre through his performances and his songs. He was a member of the Lonesome River Band, a group that helped define modern bluegrass. With them, Ronnie's lead singing and musical instincts stood out, drawing in fans who heard something honest and human in every note. His work with the band left a lasting mark on bluegrass, and many listeners first discovered his talent through those recordings. Ronnie also built a respected solo career. As a singer, he was known for his soulful, grounded delivery. As a songwriter, he crafted songs that resonated deeply with both audiences and fellow musicians. His writing connected with everyday life and emotion, and that authenticity made his music easy to love and hard to forget. Beyond the stage and studio, Ronnie was widely admired by the bluegrass community. Fellow artists and fans alike spoke of his influence, his kindness, and the way he carried himself. He was seen as a pillar in the music world he helped build, someone whose work inspired others to pick up a guitar, join a band, or simply listen more closely. Through all of this, Ronnie's legacy grew, not just as a performer, but as a voice that helped guide a genre forward while always honoring its roots. His songs continue to be sung, shared, and cherished, passing from one generation of listeners to the next. Though he is gone, the music Ronnie Bowman created continues to speak for him. In every recording, in every memory of a live show, and in every artist who cites him as an influence, a part of him remains. Tributes to Ronnie Bowman.
6.
Those who welcomed her into their homes through the television remember a warmth and gentleness that made yoga feel like it truly belonged to everyone. Lilias Folan was born on January 13, 1936, and over the course of her life, she became known across America as the First Lady of Yoga. A pioneering PBS television host, yoga instructor, and teacher, she devoted her life to helping people find strength, balance, and a bit of peace in the middle of everyday life. In 1970, on WETE, the PBS station in Cincinnati, Lilias began an instructional yoga series that would quietly change American culture. That series, Lilias Yoga and You, soon grew beyond a local experiment. It was picked up for nationwide distribution by PBS and continued on the air for 30 years until 1999. Through those half-hour episodes, she brought the practice of Hatha Yoga into millions of ordinary American homes. At a time when yoga was often seen as exotic or countercultural, Lilias showed that it could be simple, practical, and welcoming. Her calm voice and approachable teaching helped lay the groundwork for the wellness culture that would blossom in the United States in the decades that followed. Lilias Folan was American, but more than that, she belonged to the many viewers who felt she was speaking directly to them from their living rooms and bedrooms, encouraging them to breathe, to stretch, and to take gentle care of themselves. Away from the camera, she was a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and a sister. She was married to Bob Folan. She was the mother of Michael and Matthew. She was grandmother to Taylor, Ryan, Elle, Sydney, Hunter, Maxwell, and Oliver. She had a brother and a half-sister who were part of the family that surrounded her. Lilias Folan died on March 9, 2026 at an assisted living facility in Loveland, Ohio, at the age of 90. She is remembered as a trailblazing yoga pioneer on public television and as a beloved wife, mother, grandmother, and teacher whose gentle spirit touched generations.
7.
Tributes to Lilias Folan. Her Supernatural co-star Jim Beaver once said that Carrie Anne Fleming was a powerhouse of vitality and goodwill, with a laugh and personality that never seemed to turn off. And that is how so many will remember her. Carrie Anne Fleming was born on August 16, 1974 in Digby, Nova Scotia. From early on, she moved toward the stage and screen, choosing to study drama at the Kaleidoscope Theatre and Kidco Theatre Dance Company in Victoria, British Columbia. Those classrooms and rehearsal halls became the foundation of a life in performance. Her first steps onto our screens included an appearance on the television series Viper and an uncredited role in Adam Sandler's Happy Gilmore. They were modest credits, but they opened the door to the work that would define her career. Carrie became best known as a Canadian actress who found a special home in horror television. Fans of the CW's Supernatural came to know her as Karen Singer, a recurring presence in that beloved horror drama world. She then created another memorable character on the CW's iZombie, playing Candy Baker across 5 seasons and becoming a familiar face to viewers who followed the show year after year. Beyond her television work, Carrie stepped onto the stage in British Columbia, appearing in productions such as Noises Off, Romeo and Juliet, Steel Magnolias, and Fame. Whether she was in front of a camera or under stage lights, she kept returning to the craft she had trained for since her student days in Victoria. In 2015, she also appeared in the unauthorized Full House story, playing the mother of Candace Cameron Bure, adding another distinctive role to her varied career. Carrie Anne Fleming passed away on February 26, 2026 in Sydney, British Columbia, at the age of 51 due to breast cancer complications. She is survived by her daughter, Madeline Rose. To her colleagues, she was a warm and endlessly good-natured presence. To audiences, she was a familiar face in some of their favorite shows. To her family, especially Madeline, she was simply Mom. Today, we remember a Canadian actress whose work in Supernatural, iZombie, and on stages across British Columbia continues to live on in the hearts of those who watched her.
8.
Tributes to Carrie Anne Fleming. Her Supernatural co-star Jim Beaver once said that Melanie became a new mom and a TV star at 42 and nailed both, a simple truth that captures the warmth and determination at the heart of her life. Melanie Jane Brisbane Schilling was born on April 20, 2012, and grew to become one of Australia's most recognizable television personalities, as well as a respected psychologist, relationships coach, and dating expert. She was best known for guiding couples and viewers as a dating expert on the reality series Married at First Sight. In 2016, Mel joined the Australian version of Married at First Sight for its second series. She would remain with the show for the next decade, becoming a familiar and trusted presence in living rooms across the country. Her thoughtful, direct style helped many people think differently about love, commitment, and the work of building a relationship. Her work soon reached beyond Australia. Between 2021 and 2024, Mel appeared on the British version of Married at First Sight, bringing her expertise and kindness to a new audience. She also popped up on British game shows, including The Weakest Link in 2023, The Wheel in 2024, and the final appearance in Dictionary Corner on Countdown in 2026. Moving between Australian and British screens, she built a career that felt both smart and human. Away from the stage, Mel's proudest role was at home. She married Gareth Brisbane in 2018 after several years together, and they welcomed their daughter Natalie in November 2015 through IVF treatment. In her later years, she lived in London with her family, balancing busy filming schedules with life as a devoted wife and mom. In December 2023, Mel was diagnosed with bowel cancer. After surgery, she was briefly given the all clear, but the cancer returned in February 2024 with nodules in her lungs. Over the next 2 years, she underwent 16 rounds of chemotherapy, continuing her television work while facing treatment. In March 2026, the cancer metastasized to her brain and became terminal. On 24 March 2026, Melanie Jane Brisbane Schilling died peacefully in London, England, surrounded by her family. She was 53 years old and is survived by her husband Gareth and their daughter Natalie. Tributes to Mel Schilling.